السلام عليكم يا حضرات السادة المدرسين. هنتفرج مع بعض على فيديو كنت عامله من فترة طويلة من 2010 تقريبا. كان واحد من الكورسز اللي أنا كنت بدرسها للتيتشرز، وكان متسجل في مصر. كان معانا مجموعة كبيرة من المدرسين كانوا حاضرين الكورس بتاعنا، وده جزء من واحد من الكلاسز دول. التايتل بتاعه هو Becoming a Super Teacher Class Number 1. الفكرة كلها بس إن أنا قلت للمدرسين اللي كانوا معانا في الكورس ساعتها إن إحنا كتيتشرز بنعمل investment، بنعمل استثمار في حياتنا كمدرسين كمعلمين. الانفستمنت ده بيكون بأربع حاجات: التايم، الايموشنز، الفيزيكال انفستمنت، والماني كانفستمنت. اربع حاجات. واديت المدرسين اللي كانوا معانا تقريبا ربع ساعه يفكروا ويكتبوا على شيت كده اديته لهم على ايه الانفستمنتس اللي هم بيعملوها كتيتشرز في البروفيشن بتاعهم من ناحيه التايم والايموشنز، الفيزيكال انفستمنتس، والمونيتري انفستمنت او الماني. ودلوقتي بشارك في الفيديو ده الاجابات بتاعتهم وبنلخصها مع بعض. فاي هوب ان يكون الموضوع ده بالنسبه لكم انترستنج. يا ريت حضراتكم كمان تفكروا وتقولوا لي في الكومنتس ايه الانفستمنتس اللي حضراتكم بتعملوها، ولو عجبكم النوع ده من الفيديوز بليز ليت مي نو في الكومنتس علشان نعمله تاني ان شاء الله. هنتفرج عليه مع بعض دلوقتي باذن الله. ملحوظه صغيره: طبعا انا في 2010 كانت مهاراتي في تسجيل الفيديو كده ما كانتش قد كده، فالصوت مش كويس قوي، في شويه دوشه كده. انما I think you can see and hear ان شاء الله الميني كلاس بتاعنا ده. So I hope you enjoy it. يلا بينا نشوفه مع بعض يا حضرات.
Fill this in? Your thoughts, time?
Paperwork.
Paperwork, okay. Yes. So a lot of paperwork.
Could we put a big belt?
Oh yeah,
Yes, I know. Could we put a big belt?
Okay.
Preparation.
That is paperwork.
Yes, paperwork. It's all paperwork.
Evaluating for students.
Okay, very good.
Searching for new resources.
Marking.
Great.
Tutoring.
Okay.
Explaining and re-explaining. Preparing exams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, making exams, making revision sheets. That's all paperwork.
Okay, great. So basically we have paperwork, a lot of paperwork. The point is a lot of teachers think that it's not their job to do paperwork and that somebody else should do it. But it is an essential, but it is an essential part of being a teacher, because you can't, for example, teach a class, give them a test, and then have someone come and grade the test. You need to see what these students are doing, because you're in charge. You're the one who taught them, and you're the one who's going to be stuck with them if they're not doing that well on the tests. So, very essential part of teaching is paperwork. Sadly, it takes a lot of time, but if you're an organized teacher, you can reduce the time wasted as much as possible. Preparing, the most essential part of being a teacher. The more time you invest, remember what we're talking about here, we're not talking about wasting, we're talking about investing. So the more time you invest in preparation, definitely the better teacher you are, the better grades you're going to have from your students, the easier teaching is going to be, okay? Very important. Preparation is one of the most essential things that we can do. Grading, again, but grading actually has a lot to do with the test itself. You write the test. Write it in a way which is easy to grade and also tests the students well. So you can't have someone write a test and then someone grade a test, then the test is simply useless. Okay? You need to write the test, you need to grade the test in order for some improvement to happen or some formative assessments to actually give the information about what the students are doing. What else about time? There's some things that we sometimes think of as waste of time. I don't know if anybody wrote this. Meetings. A lot of meetings. And meetings are actually very important if they are not lectures. Sometimes meetings are lectures. Teachers come sit down, and whoever is holding the meeting, the administrator, the boss, just lectures. Students, the teachers, sorry, in this case, students. The teachers nod. They want it to get over with because it's probably in some break time or after school or something. They don't say their opinions. They don't ask for what they actually need. Therefore, a meeting would be a waste of time. Who has ever asked to hold a meeting as a teacher? very important. I mean, I'm a teacher. There's something I don't like in the classroom. There's something I don't like in the system. I go to whoever's in charge. I want to meet because I want to speak to everybody and I want to tell you what the problem is. And I have a solution, proposal. So hold meetings, ask for meetings. Meetings can be very, very fruitful if they're done properly. How about after school? How about like trips, for example? Did anybody think of this? As teachers, don't we have to go field trips with the students? Don't we have to sometimes stay for after school parents' meetings? All this is also
After school. So we have them during the day.
okay. Right, so that's you're lucky.
Yeah.
But a lot of schools they have time outside, like today,
We
You should be
rarely have
home, you shouldn't be here.
parents
right? So
after school.
all of this is an investment.
To 7 or something.
No, we have the
Parents,
parents.
no, sometimes it's up to school.
Yes, after school hours.
Most of the time.
We're not talking about this Thursday.
No. No, he's talking like field trip meetings, like to discuss.
No, after school activities. Okay. So any other points here? Have anybody said anything else or anything different like that? Okay, emotional effort. I'd like to hear what you wrote.
Should we start?
Also,
So
Oh
let's-
my gosh, Sherry, you need a therapist, honey.
Sherry, you need a therapist. What's the matter?
nothing. My handwriting is busy.
Okay, so what did you write? What did you write as emotional effort?
What did you write?
Just give me one.
Yes.
Okay, sometimes we get overstressed because of everything we have to do. We have to stay up late to prepare sheets and to make sure everything is okay for the kids. And sometimes we get really angry or upset when the students misbehave. And if they don't do well as I expected on a test or something because it's really easy, I also get really, really upset.
Very good. So we can basically summarize this as stress in many ways, and something else that we're going to talk about today.
Expectations.
Expectations. Yes, when your students in a sense fail you, it's a very, very big emotional burden because you've done a very good job, you've worked very hard, maybe sometimes with this particular student, and at the end you just find that all this is. But it's never.
I feel like it's a
never
waste of
wasted.
time.
Exactly.
I feel like it's a waste of time. I know it's nice.
Yes,
But-
but you feel, but it's not a waste of time. You'll definitely see something good out of the time you've invested with these students if done properly. Sometimes it's never perfect. However, this is a lot of emotional stress on teachers. Responsibility. Teachers a lot of times spend time with these kids more than these kids spend with their parents. You are in a sense a third parent, and we're all responsible for them. We're responsible not only for their learning, for their safety, for their well-being, for their characters, for a lot of things. And it's really stressful emotionally to know that everything you say or you do during the day actually affects this person and can affect this person as an adult. So it's really scary. This is a lot of emotional effort that's not really found in most other professions. So that's something that teachers do worry about, and it's something that's very important. And in a way, it's something that teachers are lucky to have. Physical effort. I think I saw maybe the most column here with most people was physical effort. I saw carrying books. Okay.
Explaining new vocab words.
Oh.
Using everything.
You
Oh,
dance, you mime,
Yes.
I had a teacher once summarize this in one word.
Yes,
Yeah, she said just being clowns. Okay. Let me add a combination to books.
Yes.
Books and stairs.
Yes.
Okay, you're right.
No, I don't do stairs.
No, I don't.
I don't do stairs.
But still,
I used to do.
garden.
Yeah,
Okay.
and chasing them in the garden.
Chasing them in the garden.
Yes, duty. Garden duty.
Garden. Oh, yes.
And snack duty.
Okay, so duty in general.
Duties, yeah.
Okay. Breaking up fights.
buy materials, shorts,
Class prizes, candy.
Prizes,
Yes.
awards.
Okay, now the more you teach, okay, maybe this is something that's important. The more you teach, the more you start to feel the responsibility we've been talking about. I can't know that my students in my classroom forget their pencils every day and simply don't write, or some problem happens, and I say, well, the school should supply pens and pencils and erasers in classroom just in case so we can get things going, and the school never does. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to have, here. We're going to have something like this, okay? Okay, and I'm going to pay for it because the school's not going to pay for it. My students need a certain book, 25 copies of a certain book, and my school doesn't want to get the book. Okay, and the book never comes. It's going to come next week. It's going to come next month.
Your machine is down.
Then I'm going to put it. Yes, I went 2 years. I went 2 years straight. Okay, photocopying every single worksheet and test and everything I gave my students. And I had like 80 or 90 students. I paid for 2 years for this. But it made life much easier. You don't have to go and beg the administrators to sign a paper to go and photocopy and then go beg the photocopying person to finish it quickly because you have a class in half an hour, and then you go to the classroom, the papers don't come, and you're in a mess. So a lot of time you're going to have to pay money in order to get things going. Okay? What other thing? Okay, I'm not talking about anybody here in particular, but teachers the world over are underpaid. Okay? Anywhere in the world, teachers are underpaid. Agree? Excuse me?
Overworked and underpaid.
Yes, exactly. Overworked and underpaid. That's correct. That's true. So, a lot of teachers, a lot of you, I suppose, are not graduates of teaching school. You have other degrees. You are giving up another career, which may pay more in order to teach. This, in a sense, so we found one. This, in a sense, is an investment in terms of money. Okay, you're choosing a job that doesn't pay that much, right? As opposed to something else that pays more than you are, in a sense, spending money. Correct? So, why are we talking about this? What does it have to do with the 7 characteristics? You might find that it has nothing to do with them, but it does, because anything a teacher, good teacher, super teacher, does will always focus on how much they invest. The more you invest, the better results you're going to have. What do we invest? We invest a lot of time, a lot of emotional effort, some physical effort, maybe not that much, and money. Okay?
اوكي يا حضرات، اتفرجنا مع بعض على الجزء ده. Tell me في الكومنتس please if you haven't already ايه التايم والايموشنال والفيزيكال والماني انفستمنتس اللي حضراتكم بتعملوها في شغلكم كمعلمين كمدرسين. حابب اعرف رايكم. و if you like this video let me know في الكومنتس. like, share وسبسكرايب للشانل بتاعنا على اليوتيوب and follow us on Facebook if you please. I'll see you in the next one ان شاء الله. شكرا يا حضرات. السلام عليكم.